Oh!
Was that what I thought it was?
Yeah, it was.
Was that in the man? Oh!
Natasha,
Debbie,
show.
the show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way.
Hi.
Welcome!
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
That was hilarious.
So how's y'all's new year going?
This is not weird at all. Nope.
We knew we had this video coming up, and since Natasha's cousin was here to visit,
My cousin!
I just got out of prison.
He did not. It's a joke. Right?
I did
I'm
not
kidding.
just
He
get out of prison.
He did not.
thank goodness.
No, it was a mental asylum. What is it, an insane asylum or something?
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar.
I am so thankful that my awesome cousin, he's a brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not my cousin. Physically, okay, yeah, this isn't weird. But no, to me, he's more of a brother. But this is my cousin Brandon, and I'm so excited to have him on our show. Thank you for being here with us.
Happy to be here, cuz.
Ow! Me too, cousin. Ow, that hurt my hand. His legs are really, really strong.
About to have a slap off here.
Oh, careful. I don't know what that means in certain countries.
True.
Awkward moment. Smile and nod. It's gonna be so much better because of him being in it.
Well, thank you.
I thought you'd be like, yes, I will.
It will absolutely be better.
And I will say this, ladies, he is single. So to
This is
apply,
true.
in the comments, go right ahead. I'll be taking resumes.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Anyway, before we get into today's video, as always, if you like the content we put out for you, please hit that like button.
And also consider subscribing. It's free. And not only to our channel.
Today, we're gonna take a look at what? Brandon, can you read it? And what are we watching?
15 most brutal fouls in football.
Alrighty then. So not American football, but you played American football.
I did play American football.
For how many years? A lot.
A long time.
Yeah.
From Pee-wee all the way through into high school.
Yeah. So, dude is a sports guy because sports family. True story. But no, we love football, but we love basketball. We love a lot of sports. And of course, don't get mad at us for saying soccer right now. We're just gonna say that for a second. You know soccer a bit.
I played soccer for 2 years in high school.
Did not know that.
Yes.
In
2
high school
years.
even.
Yep.
Dang. Okay.
Yep.
I did not.
So
Yep.
I'm
You
sure you
did.
know how brutal it can get.
Yes, I know how brutal it can get.
Did you ever get hurt
Very
playing?
brutal. I did not personally, but I hurt a few people.
I'm not surprised.
Way to do it.
I'm not surprised. We're gonna check out the 15 most brutal fouls in football. I haven't seen any of these because I haven't, and you haven't, have you?
No, I haven't seen these.
Have you seen any brutal fouls in the actual true sense
Professional
of
football?
professional football?
I don't know quite to the extent that we're about to see, but
Okay. I'm
I've
interested.
seen some fouls. So
Are you excited about
we'll
checking
see
this
how
out?
it goes. I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
Yeah, I think this will be interesting. So let's watch the 15 most brutal fouls in football.
Here are the 15 most brutal fouls in the history of football.
Here we go.
Haven't cleared it on. Oh, that is a booking.
Number 15. At number 15, the foul was committed by a player normally known for being a good guy. It was in the final match of the group stage of the 2018 UEFA Champions League. Bayern Munich versus Ajax Amsterdam. Both teams were giving their all, and they each scored a goal.
Okay.
However, in the 75th minute, chaos erupted on the Ajax bench.
Oh,
come
my
on.
God. Oh.
Mueller attempted to reach a long pass with a high
Oh,
kick and
my
didn't
God.
see the Ajax
Oh, did he just
Oh, my
boot
Lord.
him? Your eye
That
was
is like MMA, like WWE. That's not soccer. That's
that
like
looks brutal.
that
was
is brutal.
full out in his face.
Stitches for sure.
I'm holding the back of my head.
Stitches.
I looked over your eye. Your eye was closed. You're like,
I mean,
You gotta wince a little.
ridiculous.
ooh, okay.
Holy mackerel.
I wasn't prepared for this. Is what we're doing.
Wow.
Did y'all know we're doing this?
This
No,
is
I didn't know it
intense.
was this kind of foul.
All right.
This is intense.
I see why you wore a t-shirt. It's like you knew something I didn't wear.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay. Just trying to heat down in here. That's not okay.
player who wanted to head the
Is he
ball.
okay?
The Bayern player directly hit Tagliafico in the forehead
Unreal.
with his boot studs, causing a laceration.
That guy's
Tagliafico
done
had to
for the
receive
game.
medical
That
treatment on the
guy's done
field,
for the game.
but luckily was able to continue and finish the match.
Oh
Mueller,
my
on the
God.
other hand, was
Beast.
shown a red
True
card
warrior.
and had to take an early
True
shower.
warrior.
The
Yeah,
foul
I
was quite
guess.
violent but unintentional. However, our top 3 fouls, without a doubt, are brutal.
Oh, wait,
Number
hold on. So
14.
it's gonna. I just realized that was the 15th one.
And
out
we're
of,
counting down. Yeah.
So they're gonna get worse.
Yeah.
It
It's going to
started
get
out with
worse.
stitches.
hold my hand, man. Oh man.
Can we handle it?
Okay, I might not. This is gonna get really. Ooh, I
This
don't
is
see
gonna
any
get
eyeballs
nuts.
hanging out. It might go that direction. Here we go.
In the 1990 World Cup held in Italy, Cameroon surprised everyone by beating the defending champions Argentina 1-0 in the opening match. But there was a scene from that game that the football world will never forget.
What?
Just before the end of the match, there was one last counterattack by Claudio Canigia.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh.
During that tackle, even his shoe flew off.
Oh.
Massing was directly sent off, and this foul was considered one of the
Oh my
worst in
God.
World Cup history.
Yeah, that looked really
Indeed,
bad.
football is pure emotion, and in some cases, tempers flare up quickly. Number 13. Our next foul is committed by a player known mainly for his aggressive defending and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Love
In
it.
the
Oh, wow.
quarterfinals of the Spanish Copa del Rey, Barcelona, with superstar Messi, played against their arch-rivals Real Madrid.
Yep,
Messi's
I know
run
that.
towards the goal, as usual, could only be stopped by a foul. And while Messi was on the ground, Pepe did this.
Ooh.
No.
Stomped
He
his
stepped on his
fingers.
hand. Messi screamed in pain, and
Oh.
Barcelona went mad, rightfully
No.
so. The
That's a
referee
red
didn't see it,
card.
and there was no
No.
video assistant referee at that time.
Oh, there
So
wasn't?
Pepe didn't receive
Oh,
a foul.
yellow
Wow.
card.
Messi, on the other
Yellow
hand, was
card.
able to continue playing and scored the winning goal against Real.
Well, good for him, but dang.
Man.
Man.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Did you see, dude? He totally looked down. He
He knew
made
exactly
sure.
what he was doing. Absolutely.
Definitely knew.
Hey,
That's
it's
what it was.
football's dirty.
Yeah.
It is dirty.
Yeah.
It is dirty.
Can you imagine what that would feel like?
No.
I can't.
Oh
No,
my
that's
crazy.
gosh. Remember, we're watching not our football, not cleats, boots.
Boots.
Yeah.
The boot cleats.
Yeah.
Cleat
There you
boots.
go.
Boot cleats? Sorry.
Inside joke. All right.
After the match, Pepe apologized, claiming it was unintentional.
Oh, bull.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Pepe, but it looked
Yeah.
anything but accidental.
That was totally
Exactly.
Number
intentional.
12. The next foul didn't even result in a yellow or red card, although this tackle nearly
Oh, wow.
killed the other player.
What?
In 1988,
watch
Rangers were
this.
playing against Steaua Bucharest. The Scottish team was known for their rough style of play, but Grame Souness went a bit far.
Oh.
Was that what I thought it was?
Yeah,
Reckless
it
and dangerous.
Was that in the
40
man-
years ago,
Oh.
the studs on
Okay, we need to help you.
Oh, that
You
was
okay?
in,
He's
that
holding
was in
things.
the
Oh.
beans.
The beans.
Oh,
I gotta see that
This poor
back.
soul.
I'm sorry, but I do. Don't watch this again. Sorry.
this poor soul.
That is a booking.
Reckless
It
and
looked like
dangerous.
that's where it
40
was.
years ago,
Oh.
the studs on the boots were made of iron, not plastic. The
What?
player who suffered
Wow.
the foul had to undergo surgery, and in the
Oh,
hospital he
man.
discovered how serious the situation
Oh my
was.
God.
Like?
One of his lymph nodes had burst, which could have endangered his
Oh.
life. Fortunately, everything turned out well, and Graham didn't even receive a card for
That's
his ugly
insanity.
Oh
foul. Number
my.
11.
Wow.
Let's stay
Gosh.
in England. The Premier League is known to be a bit more physical, and John
Yeah.
Terry was known to be one of the toughest defenders. However, this tackle knocked him out
What?
cold. It was the final phase of a League Cup match between Chelsea and Arsenal, and the score was tied at 1-1.
Okay, no, come on. I like Arsenal. Let's not. Okay. All right.
I
Here
don't
we
know
go.
if I want to see this.
Chelsea earned a corner, and Terry wanted to show off his heading skills.
They haven't cleared it. Oh,
What did I just
I
see?
didn't
Wanted to
catch
kick
it.
the
I
ball
gotta
away
see
from
it
the
again.
goal,
I
and
saw
Terry
it.
attempted a header at the same
Oh.
time.
I thought I
It's
did.
not a
Oh.
good
No,
combination.
no, no.
Terry
He's missing
swallowed
a
his
few
tongue,
teeth.
stopped breathing
Oh.
for a short period.
Oh my God, they
and had to be
knocked him
treated on
out.
the
Like
field.
he is down.
Fortunately,
He's
he
out.
recovered, but had no memory of the incident.
He swallowed
dude
his
ha-
tongue and stopped breathing.
Oh my.
Did you see that?
That is. No.
Football does not get enough credit for how brutal of a sport it is.
You got
it does
that
not.
right.
It is brutal.
Oh my
Wow.
lord. Okay, that I'm gonna rewind it just because I want to hear him say that again. Make sure I heard that right, because there's no way.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
that's insane.
that's not what I expected. Hey, did you know you were gonna be watching this today?
I did not know that I was going to be watching
Ah,
this today.
man. Okay.
Bobby wanted to kick the ball away from the goal, and Terry attempted a header at the
Oh,
same
wow.
time. was
Oh,
not a
that's
good combination.
insanity.
Terry swallowed his tongue, stopped breathing for a short
Oh, my
period,
God.
and had to be treated on the field.
Poor man.
Fortunately, he recovered, but
Thank
had
God.
no memory of the incident. At least Didier Drogba scored the winning goal, making Chelsea the winner of the match.
Okay, good.
Number 10.
Pleased for that.
The foul in the next match also occurred during an important encounter and almost sparked a brawl between the two teams.
Uh-oh.
We're back in Spain in the 2011 Spanish Super Cup match between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Remember
Oh.
Pepe? Barcelona was leading 3-2, and it was already the last minutes of extra time when Marcelo had no chance of recovering the ball and brutally lunged at Fabregas from behind.
Oh, did it?
Pure
It just broke his
frustration.
leg.
A straight
I
red
think.
card in the ensuing scuffle.
I think it broke
I need
his
to see that
leg.
again.
Pinched the ear of the Barca coach. Piqué and Ozil pushed each other, and yes, there was a lot of confusion. Pinto, David Villa, Marcelo, and Ozil all received red cards and had to watch the final seconds from outside the field. Number
Wow.
9.
They're not messing
Axel
around.
Witsel
No.
was an important player for Dortmund in recent years, but when he was making a name for himself in 2009, he was involved in one of the worst fouls, and some even called for his ban from professional football.
Wow.
At the
What are we
time,
about
the
to
young
see here?
Witsel played for the Standard Liège. He was part of Belgium's golden generation, and top clubs from around the world had their
Okay.
eyes on him. But then, during a match against Anderlecht, this happened.
That was so
Oh.
fast.
That was
Witsel broke
fast.
the
I need to
opponent's
see
leg,
the replay.
received a red
That's what I
card,
thought.
and was
If I
suspended for
I
eight
knew his
matches.
leg
Yeah, you
broke.
called
He
that.
continued to claim.
Broken leg, broken foot.
Oh,
They didn't need to add the crunch sound in there,
they
did
sure
they?
didn't. I like pulled my earbud.
Yeah.
Because
She gets grossed out by this
No.
kind of thing easily. Not that I don't.
When the foot's flopping around, it's not.
Did you have to say flopping?
I know.
Really? Did you have to have the word flopping in there? Crunch flopping. No. Oh man.
Oh.
Looked
no.
like a chicken with a broken wing, didn't it?
Oh.
Ah.
That's terrible.
That's
That's
bad.
terrible.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna
No
remove that.
soup for you.
Super. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it's always
Witsel
painful
broke
to
the
watch
opponent's
somebody have a
leg,
broken
received a
limb.
red card, and was
Oh man,
suspended
that
for
was
8
complete.
matches.
Did he play again?
He continued to
No,
claim it was all
no, he's-
unintentional, but with the next
Probably
incident, the
that's
perpetrator of
probably
the foul
an
won't be
injury
able
that
to
might
escape.
end a career right
Simply
Yeah.
brutal.
That's
Number 8.
like a
It's the
career-ending,
final of the 2010 FIFA
injury.
World Cup in South Africa. The Netherlands, with Arjen Robben, faced the Spanish tiki-taka of
Sorry. You see, I just looked up and saw myself. I'm like, I'm sitting here like, this is. If you wanted a relaxing video from us today, I apologize, but
That's
that's
not
not
it.
happening.
Oh, wow.
Blame him.
Oh.
Nah, don't blame me.
All right, sorry. Okay, back in the video.
Iniesta and Xavi. It's the 28th minute and the score is 0-0 when Nigel de Jong turns into a kung fu fighter against Xabi Alonso.
Oh, what the face kick thing?
They gotta
just
stop
seems
doing
to
that.
be-
Oh,
It's
that's
understandable
a
that
chest
the Spanish
kick.
players were
Oh,
furious
no.
with the referee
Oh.
because the Englishman, Howard Webb, only showed a yellow card. It's hard to believe when you see those images. Fortunately, Alonso could continue playing, and since
Wow.
Robben failed to score,
Surprised he-
Spain
I don't think that
Broken
was
ultimately won
ribs.
the World Cup.
necessarily though.
Not
This
necessarily.
foul in the Bundesliga didn't have a
Oh, no.
pleasant aftermath.
Uh-oh.
Number 7.
What's
The
happening?
injured player even sued the other player and the opposing
Oh,
team's
wow.
coach.
These
In
older
1981,
videos,
Bielefeld
are
these
scary.
played
boys,
against
yeah, they're
Werder Bremen.
brutal.
He sued the player and the opposing coach.
Oh
He
my
said,
lord! I wonder if he actually won that. That'd be
yeah.
interesting to find
They
out.
never tell us that stuff, which
No.
always.
If you know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of nervous sometimes turning this back on.
Waldlienen tried to dribble past Siegmund.
Ooh.
The Iron Studs cut Lienen's thigh,
Oh.
and I can't show you the leg photos, otherwise YouTube would block the video.
Really?
The player recovered
Wow.
from the injury after 4 weeks, but sued Siegmund and Otto Regal, the coach of Werder Bremen at the time. According to
insane.
Lienen's accusation, the player had encouraged his teammates to commit the foul. The
Oh.
lawsuit failed, but the incident didn't go unnoticed. In the return match, the coach even sat on the bench wearing a bulletproof vest.
Wow.
With death
Whoa.
threats against him.
Wow.
Number
That's
6.
that is
Uh-huh.
Martin
insanity.
Taylor also received a death threat after his foul on Eduardo. We're back in the Premier League.
They
Birmingham
take it
City
very
against
seriously.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
there.
Martin
Very
Taylor's
seriously.
incredibly
Yeah.
brutal foul against Eduardo of Arsenal resulted in a broken tibia and fibula.
Oh no!
Oh
I don't
my
want to see
gosh.
this. I don't.
Oh,
The incident was so
another
shocking
broken
that
leg.
even on TV, replays weren't shown. Taylor was suspended for 3
Insane.
matches. Eduardo returned to the field after a long injury hiatus, but was
I
never
bet.
the same.
At least he got to
You're right.
return to the sport.
You're
I mean,
right.
the majority of the time, it retires him. A broken
Yeah,
limb.
because I mean, it's
is
like a
retirement.
racehorse in a sense, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
your bread and butter. You need your legs to play this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Break one of the legs, you're done.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
Yeah.
believe how brutal.
I didn't expect.
These
Yeah,
were
I didn't
gonna
expect
be-
this.
No.
All right, you ready for number? Is it number 5? You ready for this? I don't know if
I don't
am.
know.
All right, breathe.
Let her rip.
Okay.
Our number 5 occurred 2 years later, again in a Premier League match.
Oh no.
Stoke City's Ryan Shawcross entered the duel, made the first contact, and broke Aaron Ramsey's leg.
Oh,
Oh.
come on.
The broken
Shawcross
leg
received a
thing.
red
just-
card and was suspended for 3 matches. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger and the rest of the team were furious. 19-year-old Ramsey was making a name for himself in the football world, and many feared his career was already over.
Wow.
Fortunately, he recovered from the terrible injury and
Good.
continued to play.
Again.
Nice.
Now let's
Good.
move on to a foul that gave the player a nickname.
So who I
The
think it is?
Butcher of Bilbao, number 4. In the 1980s, Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona had the biggest rivalry in Spain. Bilbao became champions in 1983. Barcelona won
Love
the
the
cup, and in their
uniforms.
4th round of the new season, the 2 teams were set to face each other. The skillful Catalans against the tough Basques. 2 different football worlds. The score was already 2-0 for Barca when Maradona received
I
the
thought that
ball
was
in midfield.
Maradona. I'm sorry, but I thought so.
Wow.
I know a lot about him because I've watched a lot of documentaries on him
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. It's a long story as to why. If you know I'm a Queen fan, which you should, then you should know that.
I know you're a Queen fan. Oh yeah.
He came down to one of their concerts they did in
Ah.
South America.
You know, I think you mentioned that one time.
And so
before.
I kind of got a little. There was a documentary recently on TV, HBO, and I watched it about him. And there's a lot of controversy on him. They don't know. So if you want to leave a
I
comment,
don't know.
then they can find out that way.
I'd be interested to hear.
Don't know about this foul though. I don't think I do. I'll be interested if I do. I don't think so.
The score was already 2-0 for Barca when
I might.
Maradona received the ball in midfield.
No, I did not.
Oh,
I did not.
another
Goicoechea
broken
brutally
leg.
lunged from behind and broke the 25-year-old Maradona's ankles.
I did not know
Maradona
that.
had to stay out of the
Oh.
game for
Eject
several
him.
months, and Goicoechea received an 18-match suspension.
How did I
Yeah.
miss
Wow.
Here's the
that?
top 3, and we're
Yeah,
back
I
in the
mean,
Premier League. Number
that's-
3.
Oh, we're
In
number 3.
2006, Manchester City
Hold your
played against
breath.
Portsmouth. After a corner kick, Portsmouth player Mendez rushed to clear the ball.
Okay.
Oh,
That was
Then Thatcher hit
bad.
him in the
Oh.
face with an elbow for no reason.
oh, he was
Mendez
out.
lost
Look, you see his
consciousness and had to
arm
be
sticking
treated on
up.
the field and then
That
taken to
he's
the
out.
hospital.
Look, he's out.
The absurd
Oh, I
thing is
didn't.
that
Went down.
I didn't notice that right
Yeah,
off the
he's
bat.
out.
I just saw him drop.
That was a MMA elbow to the jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a not really. Wow, poor guy.
consciousness and had to be treated
Yep,
on the
look,
field and
he's
then
out.
taken to the hospital.
Boom.
Oh,
The absurd thing is that Thatcher only received a yellow card.
why?
That's
What
ridiculous.
does one have to do to get a red card in England?
That
Yeah, good
was
question.
Later, he was suspended by the Football Association for 8 matches and fined by his own club, being docked 6 weeks' wages as a punishment.
Oh wow.
Hey, it's
That
not fair to
sounds
hit
more-
others
Oh, you
when
want me
you're
to pause
angry.
it?
appropriate.
I think it's great that the clubs are actually
Finding them.
fining them and suspending them from their own matches to follow up with the punishment for.
I mean, especially if it's an
Purposeful.
intentional thing,
Yeah, if
right?
it's
If it's not, that yeah.
I mean, I can understand. Well, there have been many hits that didn't look too intentional, but I could see that you could accidentally hurt someone.
All right, but an elbow to the face is
But
pretty
a
unintentional.
definite-
That's pretty intentional.
A
And
definite,
Brandon walking the mic, you know, that was intentional.
one of those
That's
definite fouls. Come on.
absolutely.
Angry, but it's
Uh,
perfectly fine to hit the subscribe button with force. Now, let's move on to a classic moment in football.
Oh boy.
Number 2, France versus Germany.
That was like,
In 1982, the 2 teams met in the World Cup semifinals, and the encounter was ruthless. Suddenly, a good opportunity for France. Goalkeeper Schumacher lunged at Battiston and knocked
Oh
him
my
out with a
goodness.
powerful blow.
Was that a
Player
hip
lost
thrust to
several
the
teeth and
face?
suffered
What I
a
saw.
spinal injury.
Oh
Spinal
my.
Worst
injury.
fouls ever.
Oh
Schumacher
wow.
had no chance of touching the ball, and it seemed like he just wanted to knock out the French player.
My
But here's the
gosh.
absurd part. He didn't receive any card, not
What?
even a yellow one.
Wow.
Germany won the semifinal, but then lost to Italy in the final.
I want to see that again.
One out
Sorry,
with
but I
the
do.
Goalkeeper Schumacher
That
lunged
was
at
a
Battiston
hole
and
to
knocked
the
him out with a
face,
powerful
man.
blow. The The player lost several teeth and suffered a spinal injury.
Lost teeth and a spinal injury.
Schumacher
That's
had no
insane.
chance of touching the ball, and it seemed like he just wanted to knock out the French player.
Yeah.
But here's the
Wow.
absurd part.
How did he
didn't
receive nothing?
any card, not even a yellow one.
That makes sense.
Germany won the semifinal, but then lost to Italy in the final. Our number
Wow.
one, perhaps the most brutal foul ever,
Okay,
happened
ready?
in England. Are we
In
really
England.
surprised? Number one, September 1997. Manchester United was playing against Leeds. Roy Keane and Alf Inge Haaland.
Roy Keane. You know who he is? He's the character Roy Kent was made off of.
I had a feeling maybe.
Ted Lasso.
Oh wow.
Have you not
Okay.
watched Ted Lasso yet?
I haven't.
Okay, we're gonna have you watch it. It's
All
epic.
right.
So I already know if he's based off that guy, it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manchester United was playing against Leeds. Roy Keane and Alf Inge Haaland, or rather Erling Haaland's father, clashed several times during the match.
Okay.
5 minutes before the end, Keane wanted to trip Haaland, but in the process, he injured himself.
I didn't
Haaland
see that.
leaned over
I
him
didn't
and
catch
shouted
it
I
either,
didn't catch
actually.
it. Let's
Haaland's
rewind it.
father
Sorry, didn't see it.
clashed several times during the match.
Okay, he's
5
great.
minutes before the end, Keane wanted to trip Haaland, but in the process, he injured himself.
I just saw him kind of
Right.
go
Haaland
down.
leaned over him
Yeah.
and shouted to stop faking an injury, but Keane wasn't faking. He'd torn his cruciate ligament and had to be out
Oh
injured
man,
for a
torn
long
ligament.
time.
That's a terrible
3.5
injury.
years later, the two faced each other again.
I've torn
Haaland
mine.
was playing for
Uh-oh.
Manchester City, the eternal rival of Manchester United.
Mhm.
Keane wanted only one thing, to have revenge on Haaland.
Oh.
He received a red card and a 3-match
Oh, my
suspension,
Lord.
plus a fine of £5,000.
That was
A
bad.
year and a half later, he wrote in his autobiography that he wanted to hurt Haaland with that foul.
Oh,
and
my
the English
God,
League
he
handed
did.
him an
Mhm.
He did hurt him.
Yeah. I'd say you heard him.
Oh.
I've torn my ACL and had massive reconstructive knee surgery. So seeing him do that, seeing his knee go in, I felt that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what he actually did to his knee, but there is no
I'd be
business doing
curious
that
to
crap.
find out what
I'd be
what the
going
injury
after
is.
somebody after that crap. Like, nah.
Mm.
Ah.
in his autobiography that he wanted to hurt Haaland with that foul.
Oh.
And the English League handed him another 5-match suspension and a fine of £150,000.
Good. Not enough, though.
Wow.
That was rough.
Unbelievable.
I'm
That was
sweating.
insane.
Mm.
I can't believe the brutality
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
It's insane. I just didn't realize how brutal it could be.
I didn't expect that, and all the broken bones and vendettas and.
Mhm.
I mean, I've played sports. You've played sports. I have never wanted to go and actually injure somebody and hurt them.
Right.
You know, possibly
right.
ruin their whatever.
Their
not-
career.
Well, I can't say that on my end.
Their
'cause-
life,
but
their
yeah.
career.
Dang, guys.
That's just incredible. I never expected to see such brutality, such blatant injuries. I mean, come on.
That was hardcore.
That's rough.
That was
hardcore.
hardcore.
It was.
That is-
So I know you grabbed a certain body part during one of those. Was there one that, like, I know they're in their order? I'm not 15th one, the very first one. I thought was pretty rough.
That was
With the back of
pretty
the head?
significant. Yeah.
And then the guy
Kick to the
with
face.
and the one under the chin
Yeah.
where he swallowed his tongue.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, they were all intense. I'm sorry.
Elbow to the face.
Yeah.
Gosh.
They're all rough, brutal, just barbaric
Yeah.
even. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
It's just crazy. I'm
I'm glad I don't play that game.
just scared to step on the field.
I would be afraid to step on
After
the field.
watching that, I don't know if I'd want to play.
The
Really?
floppy
Yeah,
legs
no.
or the
Stop
the
it!
floppy.
Stop saying floppy. Don't you dare say it in the comments. If you guys liked this episode as much as it was painful to watch, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. I don't know what else to say about this one because I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Would you watch
Yes.
another video with us? If it's
I
not
would
sports?
watch another video with you.
You like the sports though, don't you?
The sports, they are interesting
Yeah.
to see, and the brutality, I'm a man, I like. So.
Gotta watch the crunching.
Oh, don't, Debbie, you're not helping. No, you're not. But no, it's intense, and I have mass respect for football, and I'm referring to not our football right now, but to your football. And seeing stuff like that gives me more respect. But it also, like Debbie said, I would not step on the field.
I'm
good.
scared.
No.
No thing.
I mean, when Coach had to come with a bulletproof vest, remember that part?
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, gosh, it's so different than how we do things over here.
It
For
is.
sure.
It is. I hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed looking at Brandon.
We hope you come back and see us again, and maybe you'll pop in
All right.
on another video.
Absolutely.
Let us know in the
I'll come
comments
back
if you want
and
him back.
visit. 100,000 followers.
I just want to say before you go, like I said, we're like twins. You can't see because I'm wearing this hoodie. It's the same, isn't it? You can
Exact
vouch for me.
muscles.
You know.
Exactly the same underneath.
They're
there.
exactly the same. And I don't even have to work out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode of the Natasha and Debbie Show. Until then, as always, please love like jazz.
And be as strong as Tyson.
Bye-bye.
Bye.